So, you're thinking about a career that blends global health with serious management skills? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a program designed for exactly that, the MSc in Global Health Management at Imperial College London. If you want to know how to lead when the world is facing huge health crises, then this explainer is for you. All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about the Imperial Advantage, what makes this place so special. Then, we'll get into the nuts and bolts of the program itself. After that, we'll look at your future career, the all-important costs and how to apply, and finally, who you'll actually be in the classroom with. Okay, first up, the Imperial Advantage. So what does it actually mean to study at a globally recognized powerhouse like this? Let's unpack what that prestige is all about. Well, for starters, the rankings are, frankly, off the charts. According to the QS World University Rankings, Imperial is the second best university in the entire world. Now, this isn't just about bragging rights. It means you're learning from people who are genuine world leaders in their fields, with access to some of the most innovative facilities out there. And it's a true powerhouse in the region too, ranked third in all of Europe. What that really means for you is that your degree carries some serious weight. It's going to be recognized and respected no matter where you go in the world. And then there's the location. You'll be studying in London, which is consistently ranked the #1 city for students in the world. You're not just in a university, you're right in the heart of a global hub for finance, culture, and most importantly, healthcare innovation. And this all ties into a core part of Imperial's philosophy, being interdisciplinary. It's all about breaking down those old walls between business, tech, data, and health. The whole program is built on this idea that you just can't solve today's massive health challenges by looking at them from only one angle.
So that all sounds great in theory, right? But how does that interdisciplinary idea actually translate into the day-to-day curriculum? Let's go inside the program and see what your learning journey would look like.
The mission here is pretty bold, to create the next generation of healthcare leaders. And we're talking about something way bigger than just managing a hospital. It's about giving you the tools to understand and navigate the entire ecosystem, from economics to technology, that really shapes global health. And right from the get-go, you've got flexibility. You can go for the standard, super intensive 12-month track, or you can choose the 16-month extended program, which gives you the chance for a longer work placement to get some really deep, hands-on experience. They've laid out your learning journey in these really clear stages. You start with pre-study modules to make sure everyone's on the same page. Then you dive into the core stuff before you start to really make the degree your own by choosing a concentration and some electives. And it all wraps up with an experiential project where you get to apply everything you've learned to a real-world problem. And this is where you really get to shape the degree around your own career goals. You can specialize in one of 3 areas: innovation and entrepreneurship, if you're dreaming of building the next big health tech solution; management, if you want to be an operational leader; or economics and data science, if you want to be the one who can master the data that drives all the big healthcare decisions. Okay, so you get this world-class education, but the big question is, where does it actually take you? Let's look at the career outcomes and the kind of impact graduates are making out there in the real world. The numbers really do speak for themselves here. A staggering 91% of graduates from the class of 2023 had a job within just 6 months. That shows a really clear, direct path from this master's program straight into the professional world. And where are they landing? Well, a huge 70% go right into the sectors you'd hope for: healthcare or consulting. And with over half of the graduates staying to work in the UK, this program is a powerful launchpad into one of the world's top healthcare economies. But stats are one thing, and personal stories are another. Take Todd Brown, who said the degree not only helped him find his passion, but gave him the confidence to influence policy and even start his own business. That's the kind of transformation this whole program is really about. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Section 4 is all about your investment and the practical steps you need to take to get in. Let's talk numbers. For 2025 entry, the tuition is £25,500 for home students and £42,500 for international students. It's a significant investment for sure, but when you look back at those career stats, you can see it's one with a potentially very strong return. And the good news is you're not totally on your own trying to figure out how to fund it. Students pull from all kinds of sources, including a whole range of Imperial scholarships, government loans, partnerships with external funders, and of course, personal or family funding. Okay, here's a super important piece of advice about applying. timing is key. This program uses a rolling admissions process, which just means they review applications as they come in. So applying early is a huge advantage, not just for getting accepted, but also for being in the running for the best scholarships.
And finally, let's talk about one of the most valuable parts of any master's program, the people. Who are the students you'll be debating with, working on projects with, and building your future network with?
The classroom is basically a global microcosm. A typical class has about 138 students, and they come from 26 different nationalities. That's not just a cool statistic. It means every single conversation is going to be packed with totally different viewpoints from all over the world.
And their academic backgrounds are just as varied. Yeah, you've got a strong group from science and medicine, but you also have people coming from business, economics, and finance. This is that whole interdisciplinary thing in action, putting future doctors, entrepreneurs, and analysts all in the same room to solve problems together. As one student put it, the group is full of experienced professionals, medics, pharmacists, biologists. So your education doesn't just come from the professors. You're learning just as much from your peers who have already been on the front lines of global health.
And that really brings us to the final thought. This program gives you a world-class education, an incredible global network, and the skills to actually lead. So the real question isn't just what the program can do for you, it's what could you do with it? How would you use these tools to solve the next great health challenge?